What have you done that you didn't want to do, but did anyway because you knew it was wrong?
Yeah, there we go. So I wanted to talk about a piece of media. I started the channel kind of talking about like film. I brought up, I think Magic Mike was the first thing I did a video on, and then Cocaine Bear. It was a rough month. Something came across my Twitter feed. So Max Landis, if you don't know who Max Landis is, we'll get there. Max Landis made a DC feature length fan film. I say feature length, it's like 2 hours, 20 minutes, I want to say. It felt like 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's called the Society Endangered Species. It's part of something that he calls his Kryptonian epic, which, if we're following the history here, is all based off a 7 issue series of comics he wrote called Superman American Alien in late 2015 into early 2016. And then he hasn't had work with DC since then. So everything he basically would want to do since then um, is what his Kryptonian epic is, which he depicts through writing like blog posts about lore on his like Medium, or he depicts through it kind of hard to describe videos where it's less the things he's depicting acted out. It's more like he's like sitting there and he's like reading this like thing he wrote, like he's sitting there reading what he wrote to you is more of what it is, instead of like it being reenacted out. And but it seems like with some of his YouTube more in the past couple years, it's been switching more to having people act them out. Now if you know who Max Landis is, yeah, I know I'm bringing it up, trust me. Came up on my Twitter the other day, was people making fun of the trailer he made for it. So he released this 2 weeks before the trailer, and when the time the trailer came out, it only had like 20,000 views on it, maybe. So he released this trailer that has Kendrick Lamar's "Humble" over it. It's really bad. I'll play some of it. And Twitter was sharing this around, making fun of that. I'll share some of those tweets too. And I was like, oh my god, that's so pathetic. This guy's like 30 or something, right? He's 37, by the way. Max Landis is 37. Again, he released the movie 2 weeks before the trailer. And to give you an idea, his YouTube channel has about 200,000 subscribers. So getting 20,000 views on like your main project that you've been working on for like a year plus, or at least like a year from his Instagram, definitely not a great sign. So if you don't know who Max Landis is, for the people who do, I'm sure you've been waiting for me to get to this point. Max Landis, again, is 37 years old. He is the son and result of helicopter parenting of John Landis. I swear that's the only joke I'll make about that, probably. Unless something really funny pops to mind. Acclaimed comedy director of Blues Brothers. And I unfortunately also think Blues Brothers 2000. He made other things too. So Max Landis is a screenwriter, or was a screenwriter before he was outed as a sex pest. Allegedly, by a lot. He wrote the movies Mr. Right. I think that one is Anna Kendrick and Ryan Reynolds. He made Chronicle with Josh Trank. I really like Chronicle. It's probably like the one movie he's in his. It's like the one movie in Max Landis' filmography where it's like, oh, okay, I actually really like that one. But I do wonder how much of that was Josh Trank, especially since Max Landis was kicked off of the set of Chronicle. He also wrote and directed Me, Him, Her. Then he wrote American Ultra, Jesse Hissenberg, and Kristen Stewart. Real bleh movie. And Bright, his masterpiece, of course. A movie that he now claims that he didn't even like in the first place. Like if you read his Medium post about why I don't respond to my public shaming or something like that, he brings up a point in it where someone's making fun of him for Bright, like Bright sucks, and Max Landis is like, I don't even like Bright, and it's like, dude, that's your script. You wrote that shit, man. You wrote it. You wrote that. You thought it was gonna be your Star Wars. You can't run back that. You can't run that back. If Avatar 2 bombed, James Cameron could have been like just walked back everything he's been hyping up. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry. He also made Victor Frankenstein. Not I. not I Frankenstein with Michael Fassbender. He made Victor Frankenstein with James McAvoy, the guy James McAvoy. That sounds right. I mean, to understand why Max Landis no longer gets work, you only have to go to his Wikipedia page where he has his own controversies tab. I like Wikipedia's little thesis statement in this tab, so I wrote it down. I'll read it real quick. Landis has been criticized for statements he has made about women, and he has been accused of abuse and sexual misconduct by several women and industry figures. So officially, the pin dropped on all of this publicly, him getting accused of things publicly, December 2017, all varying from either a form of sexual harassment to just rape, like just full rape accusations, sexual assault. Max Landis later responded. He never really responded to most of this in his Instagram, little like quips here or there about being isolated, but never direct responses to it. He made a Medium post talking about it, confirming some things and denying others, but not saying which was which. He said some things that are questionable. He also said, "I am not canceled. It's impossible for me to be canceled." I'm not sure what he means by that because he hasn't had work since this, so no one's watching his YouTube channel. Like, I don't, I don't know if he's canceled, but oh no, it turned off. With his fan films that he's been making on YouTube, he basically openly in his Medium posts says that, and obviously he has to make these with like his group of friends or like, like not well known faces because Max Landis is basically like blacklisted. He's not on the blacklist. He's not on the good blacklist anymore. He's not on the script good blacklist like he was for Chronicle. I think he's on the bad. He's on the bad blacklist. He's on the sex pest blacklist. So he describes all of his YouTube videos that are like again like DC fan films essentially as pieces of work that come after Superman American Alien. So with the Society Endangered Species over here, which again is a 2 hour and 20-minute movie, he says it would be a 130-page novel. I can tell you from watching it, it absolutely, I hope, wouldn't be 130 pages. We don't do 130 pages worth of shit in it. Something else I wrote that was funny. So I was curious to see how like the Max Landis fan base feels about what his current work. The r/Max Landis subreddit has been inactive for about a year, over a year at this point. And 3 years ago, in 2020, it was commented by a top mod in the Reddit forum. It's like it's on like the top post you see in there now. And it said, "I think we're pretty concluded here that Max Landis is a serial rapist and abuser." So obviously the Max Landis fan base has definitely dwindled more than it has before due to, the sex pest stuff. So when we talk about the Society Endangered Species, there are a few things I wanted to bring up before I just play like the full edited little clips of me reacting to it. A lot of it wasn't interesting. A lot of me watching it was just me sitting here like, uh, I think the best way to describe it is Max Landis having like an ego trip over his fan fiction he wrote and then like orgasming on like a really good community stage about it, and then like the other community actors are there, you know what I mean? So it's like there's some of it where some of the acting or some of the line delivery is just questionable in its own right. Some of it is definitely the result of poor editing. I i i don't know if it's Max Landis. I want it to be Max Landis's fault. I mean, he has his own YouTube channel. It seems like I assume he's the one editing it. It's not great. It's a little weird. It's self-indulgent. I think if there's one word I could use to sum up how I feel about the Society Endangered Species, I feel it was self-indulgent. Again, it folds into his Kryptonian epic. You can definitely watch it if you've never seen any of the other stuff before, but obviously, if you know some of the other stuff, some of the plot threads that are continued in this make a little more sense. But there's just some stuff that, even with explanation, was just still executed in a way where it was just, it's kind of cringy. It's kind of cringy that you were 37 and you've like made real movies that have like gotten theatrical releases, and then this is what you're doing now. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be kidding yourself if you think that this is not a step down from where you were. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge Max Landis fan. You could say I'm not a huge Max Landis fan. You could say I like Chronicle. That's about it. It's like I'm recording this portion, so it's like, oh, I can talk about it if I want to talk about it, but like, I really don't want to talk about it because it's not. There's nothing interesting to talk about. If I'm gonna talk about it as like a real piece of art, and I'm like, okay, so my issues with it in like a storyline or a character's way, I've never read Superman American Alien before, but from what I saw of it, it seems like it's well received and it doesn't do anything like stupid or too stupid. I hate how Max Landis depicts or plays Superman. He plays Superman like a bumbling, like quiet frat guy, and it's fucking stupid. Like, I don't know why Max Landis portrays Superman like a doofus. I said it multiple times while I was watching it, but it's very apparent. I I it was really boring. I don't think you should watch it. No one is watching it, and I will now, I guess, play the part where I I watch it and I make faces at it, so that way you don't have to. So I wanted to watch this really stupid looking Max Landis movie that's been going around on Twitter. I thought I'm not gonna watch it on my TV. I don't know if it's worthy of my TV, but I thought if I did it on the MacBook, maybe I could feel myself reacting to it. So we'll see. Max Landis, as we all know, acclaimed sex pest and genius behind such works as American Ultra. I assume the things that were bad in Chronicle. It's a pretty good movie. Full disclaimer, I watched maybe like 40 seconds of this with this stupid fucking lame ass intro too. I did go smoke a bowl outside because Max Landis told me to. I guess you probably shouldn't do things that Max Landis tells you to do, but I did read a little bit into the background of the Kryptonian epic before this.
Rudy's life has been a series of tragedies of his own creation. One of those tragedies was entering the program at Ace Chemicals. Him a monster, an energy vampire capable of draining the life force out of humans, sucking the power. The clouds beneath him are melted in a circle. Why? Because underneath them is an overheating experimental nuclear reactor built just outside of Pyongyang, North Korea. The North Korean government made a deal with site Rudy Jones, having grown to a spectacular height of 700 feet. The reactor shatters around him as temperatures drop throughout Pyongyang, causing a thin layer of frost over everyone in their hair, and then collapses into the bay, causing the bay to fry. Every fish in it is now servable at a Denny's. People stagger.
Why would you say that? What? What? Are you telling me that if fucking Max Landis was writing this as a comic book, he would have put that fucking line in there? That's so stupid. Okay, we got credits.
A bar in southern Chile. Gerard Schugel sits alone at a piano. Men like me know that evolution does not come without revolution. Change comes at the price of a great amount of bloodshed. Men like me, once one of the most important scientists of the 21st century. Lex Luthor's favorite scientist, in fact. Right. You shut up! Oh, you're also glued to the screen.
I don't know if I like Max Landis doing some kind of like black white body makeup. I don't want to say black face, but like it has that vibe to it, and it's supposed to be a monkey. Like,
They should give me a Nobel Peace Prize and a Nobel War Prize. I should be the first winner ever.
What are you talking about?
Fuck you! Stop calling me a monkey! None of you appreciate a real genius.
What is he supposed to look like?
As Shul goes to
Is
the
that
bathroom,
blue? Is he
he
supposed to
doesn't
be blue?
notice a commotion.
Is that fucking blue?
Hello, Mr. Shugel. My name is Wendell. I am but a messenger of God.
That was stupid.
Two Chilean.
Oh, this is so fucking stupid. I want to make something clear. I don't hate like fan film or fan fiction or anything. I don't remember it. There's a name of a Batman one that I really like. There's probably more than one Batman one that I've seen that I thought was well done. I've seen fan films. They're not my favorite thing in the world. I've seen a couple. I've even seen, I think, a Star Wars one or two that I were like, oh, like little short films that I thought were good. It's just like, this is lame. I don't know. Isn't Max Landis? He's like 35. Like, what the fuck is he? He's like a James Bond. I wish I could have it quieter than I do, but there's no subtitles for it, which is. Max Landis seems like he has the free time on his hands to put fucking subtitles in this.
Named Clark Kent. He's currently allowing a great white shark to chew on his head to the delight of the onlookers. Clark's life has changed drastically.
What?
6.5 months ago, he revealed that he was Superman on television. The amount of lawyers, reporters, and investigators that came around Clark Kent's 2-bedroom apartment in Metropolis completely overwhelmed him. Thankfully, with Lex Luthor, the world's richest man.
It's like he's Superman. Like, who the fuck gives a shit? Like, it's like, bro, it's a god. It's like a otherworldly being. Like,
with the alien con man trapped inside it, I don't think so, Arthur. I gotta figure out my life, my real life, before I do all this other stuff. And you ended your
Max Landis is a bad actor.
way I did Somali with those guys from the thing. The fucking guys from the boat? Oh, no, I'm good. Those guys were really sketchy. They were trying to give me drugs too. I'm thinking about my whole life right now. Everyone I've ever known.
Is this supposed to be a Jason Momoa impression?
Said that there was only one.
Is this supposed to be funny?
I'm gonna be late for work. Clark takes off and flies across the ocean.
Who gives a shit? I thought they fucking knew he was Superman. What? Is he in like one of the stages where there's like screens behind him and shit?
Metropolis!
Yo, why? I mean, he could take the glasses off at this point,
Lois
right?
is right.
Can you get us a Diet Pepsi? 2 Diet Pepsis?
I don't want a Diet Pepsi.
1 Diet Pepsi.
Max Landis thinks he's very funny. I'm just gonna sexually arouse her.
Lois, hey. I'm back. I promise things will balance out.
Why did he say her name? Did he say her first and last name before talking to her? Why the fuck would he do that? What?
Lois, hey. I'm back.
That's so stupid.
Your whole article's theorizing about how I survived sex with you.
What, like every time you have sex, you just have to go as hard as you can and just like... It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny.
Superman's not like that. What the fuck? Like,
Clark and Lois at the center of massive international scrutiny. And Jimmy trapped behind walls of lawyers and agents with Lex. It's breaking their hearts. But the absence of Clark and
do they want to fuck Jimmy? Why did he say Jimmy as like an equal comparison there? Or is this some kind of love triangle? Which one of them wants to fuck Jimmy?
The Justice Society, the little ragtag.
Can he not call it the Justice League because of copyright or something?
Tracking the legacy of Ace Chemicals, Luther's flagship laboratory that was destroyed when it was overtaken by mad scientists and monsters 5 years ago. Disturbance at Ace Chemicals. But Ace left a trail of
Well, what was that? Oh no!
They've been dead for at least 4 days. Flies and maggots ooze out of them. Molly creeps lower and lower.
What was that?
Maggots ooze out of them.
I was taking a text message and then I opened Twitter and the first thing on Twitter is Max Landis just released a 2-hour-long movie on YouTube about the Justice League where he plays all the main characters. That's a very questionable looking visor there, Mr. Landis. Max Landis. I don't even love John, but I'm not going to discredit him like that.
fires a grappling hook arrow, but the monster simply jumps up after him. Ollie dives into a grate and goes sliding down a slimy pipe through the waste disposal mechanism of the secret lab.
It's like, we couldn't visualize any of this. Like, dude, hire, like, you have to have some money. Like, go on Fiverr and hire a fucking animator. Like, Jesus Christ, this is not cool. This is not cool.
The alligator is not in the water. The alligator is floating 4 feet above the water. Green Arrow has to twist and duck and go under shitty water as he tries to get away from a flying alligator. Whoa! A larger creature comes crashing out of the gator, kind of turns around and jump! Ollie and the alligator go falling down onto the elevated monorail tracks that run through Central City. The alligator lunges at him and is taken out by a train. That thing's dead, but Ollie is now on the side of a monorail track doing one of these. Only for
This is so stupid.
First notices the hard drive. It's gone. That thing took it, and sure enough, as it gets further.
Can he just pause the monorail footage behind him? Like, if he's supposed to have stopped, if they've stopped, we're not consistently going on the monorail. Can the fucking monorail footage just pause? Jesus.
That bat monster is wearing a jetpack. Whoa. Lois Langstrom is an international criminal with some kind of pet monster. He's being hunted by a dozen governments. Shouldn't we let the police or the FBI? I mean,
It's Superman!
Are we back? We're back. Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. It's a society, baby. We're at it again.
This is really stupid. Oh my god, they shot something at a location somewhere.
Yeah, Z, I get it. It's not ideal.
Brainstorm is another half measure.
They couldn't even be in the same room when they shot this. He's clearly got his little stage environment, and she's in like a real location.
Another disease.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying
Where is he supposed to be?
I could crush him like an insect. I can rip the whole building.
They were in the same set, but they still shot it like that before? Why?
Barry Allen has gone from a disgraced, wanted criminal to one of the most powerful men on Earth, valued at over $700 billion. The inheritors of Lex's legacy, 7 out of 20 of them have already gone missing within the last 6 months. This cannot be a coincidence, and Lois immediately hits up her contacts at the FBI. At Lex's apartment, the FBI start ripping the place apart, tearing open
The FBI didn't piece that one together? Really?
Lex could be influencing people on the outside.
Why did he
Jimmy
become
begs
yellow?
and pleads that he was part of Luthor's
Why is he
plans. How
yellow?
could they not?
You know, the ball cap doesn't look so bad when you don't shoot it like it's a fucking
My
Safdie
God, you
Brothers
think what I
movie.
was doing? I guess I am guilty of a slight extermination event. But I think Joe from Minnesota, billionaire, set off a nuclear bomb on an island of super strong women controlled by an ancient culture, blah, blah, blah.
How no one know about the
Who's
nuclear
going to be
bomb?
more
What the
fun
fuck?
to
What are they
interview,
talking
me
about?
or Diana?
No way in
She's even
hell would
learned
that go
English yet.
undetected.
That created the superhumans. He fucking... Diana only found out about 7. Anyone ever try to
He
knock
looks
you
like a
down?
rapist.
Big D.
Played trick on me. She told me a servant of Ares was coming to kill me. To stop me from fulfilling my sacred purpose.
Some old
But it
woman?
turns
Is that
out
stock footage of
he's
an old
just
woman?
a boy.
Come on, man. Like, you've made movies before. You've directed
Everyone
movies before.
Always making choices.
They weren't good, but you did.
Bruce.
Why are we putting on Clark Kent? Why are we putting on Clark Kent? Like, if he's been revealed as Superman, he clearly doesn't need the glasses. Like, the glasses aren't prescription. Like,
And Lex Luthor's ex-wife. Clark knows about that, but he actually knows her because a number of years ago, they had a bunch of great sex on a boat. It's a long story. You should read it. Barbara, oh my God.
he wrote... Wait.
Great sex on a boat. It's a long story. You should read it.
He's referencing his comic book, where apparently Clark Kent is fucking women on a boat. Aight, bro.
By the look on wifey's face, it looks like you're putting yourself in danger, champ.
Fuck, marry, kill. Rihanna, Madonna, Hitler. You can't have a fuck, marry,
Kill with two beautiful women and Hitler. Oh, Hitler's a wild card. I'm not trying to like corner myself with bad options. Have to like kill Rihanna. I'm just trying to have like a good time with the game. The game is supposed to be about choice, and you have to choose. It's meant to.
Why would you want to have to kill someone you like? Fuck John Wick. Fuck Jason Bourne. This is that next level fusion action choreography from Jackie Chan. You haven't seen shit like this. Oh, his bone came out of his leg. The fighting style of
Max
John
Landis
Wick,
is
shot
really
like
lame.
Succession, God! Has a guy ever broken your collarbone with his finger before?
He couldn't get someone to just like with the sword, like one of the other actors, just like hit his finger with the sword off camera.
Bro, oppression is not merely the absence of privilege, okay? No one was forced.
Whether they pay me or not, I go where the story is. Here I am, in a room with you, currently the most important man on earth.
That's not fast enough.
The Wright brothers only flew 10 feet in the air for 12 seconds on their first
The
flight.
Wright brothers were mediocre bicycle repairmen. If I'd been there at Kitty Hawk, I would have landed that thing on the fucking moon.
Do you hear that, Dr. Allen?
This was me
They're
door
celebrating.
opening.
Everyone all over the earth right now is celebrating.
A creature nearly 20 feet long from head to tail.
That's a
And then he does the shirt rip boom, but in a tuxedo with the Superman symbol. It's cool. Picture in your head, it's cool. He flies down.
He
Killer
couldn't do
Croc is
that? He
knocking
couldn't
people
run his
out of the
suit,
way,
run his
sending
suit,
cars
run his
screaming out in some kind of crackdown prize fighting alligator man. Flip, arrow bounces off the back of Croc's head. Croc chases Ollie back out into the street. Satana, who's still up on stage trying to keep people calm.
I cannot believe this is
Killer
John
Croc
Landis'
chase
son.
Ollie
It's so
on the
disappointing.
motorcycle up and there's no one who can beat Arthur Curry in the open ocean. Bam! 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 Killer Croc.
Our conflict with Luther is extremely personal.
He's fucking trying to kill us and everyone we know.
Oh, I didn't
Why
realize
is
this
Superman
was
an
personal.
idiot?
I want to hit you, dude. I want to hit him, Lois, but I won't, because I know if I hit you, it would kill you.
Cool it.
Yeah, sorry. Too far.
It's so bad. Your father made
Using the small
comedic
places
classics.
with
Your
residue
father
of
made
this
the
very
Blues
specific
Brothers.
As he's falling, with no bearing of where he is, he reaches into his quiver, grabs his final arrow, hooks his jump cable to it, and fucking throws the sucker as hard as he can through the 10th floor window of the neighboring skyscraper. This creates a fulcrum. Oliver Queen swings like a city's answer to Tarzan, and then hits a glass window and goes crashing through the glass floor-to-ceiling windows of a nightclub. He
Yeah.
goes sailing through the
Okay.
club.
I think I saw Deadshot.
Cheetah Monster comes bursting through the wall and ragdolls Jimmy into the living room, breaking his leg. It turns to Clark, and Clark immediately tries to fight. Fuck! Shit! Lois is in her community through the streets, smashing through city buses and running up and down through the subways.
God, I can't believe Clark slept with you.
Lois panics and drives into a parking. Seems to drop
Also,
it.
what is up
It
with this
goes into free
background?
fall. He catches it. Cheetah swings at it. He drops it. It goes into
Like the
free fall.
Matrix.
Lois is... You walked away from me on that boat. I left you. I had to go home. You could have gone anywhere. You chose to stay. The world hates ambition. It hates unique and creative people and tries to crush them.
This is such a tired, fucking drawn out cliche.
Lois is falling down, down, down through the air, and Cheetah
What is up
watches
with this
her,
background?
enjoying
Is this
every
supposed to be
second of it.
buildings?
Down, down. There are no gods, Diana. It's a lie. Cheetah's headless body floats through the air and then goes crashing through the front window displays of a Rolls-Royce dealership. smashing her body across the
Why are
hood of
Rolls
the car.
Royce dealers?
Barbara's head. Lois! Oh, thank God.
We need to go to the Grand Canyon now, okay? We can't wait for Ted. We can't wait for anyone else. Oh my gosh, if Langstrom hears that all this.
Why does Max Landis not portray Superman as like stoic? He portrays him like a bumbling fool.
Top of the building cascades down into the street, sending people scattering in all directions. It's only by luck that no one is killed. Satana now floats over what's essentially Lex Luthor, standing, smiling, as he activates a flight rig. She recognizes this rig from years ago. This is Kite Man. As Luthor takes off, fucking idiot! For a moment, Clark and the Man-Bat are framed against the night sky, and then the Man-Bat dives down onto a desert freeway, weaving between the 18-wheeler trucks as Superman flies behind it, crashing through the back of a Budweiser truck. Budweiser and Pepsi goes everywhere as they dive down off the freeway, across a desert, over a drop, and into a town in the middle of a music festival. Man-Bat comes crashing through the back of a little boy is floating in the sky 20 yards away from them.
What?
And the boy opens his mouth to speak. Are you ready for the end of the world?
That was fucking dumb.
Oh, I'm recording already. Okay. So I'm re-recording the end of this video. I had initially recorded the end of this video in early July when I recorded the rest of the video. And then obviously it did not come out as recent as I would like it to. I actually refer to Max Landis multiple times in the video as 37 because he only turned 38 August 3rd. So oops. There's more things I could have talked about in this video. Max Landis has since I've recorded, made more than one Medium post that I thought had interesting content in it. He made one that was like in a half defense of Colleen after her ukulele apology, which is just fucking bonkers. I just wanted to say thank you for everyone for watching. I think we're at 85 subscribers right now. I appreciate each one of you. I appreciate anyone that's watched any of my videos. I appreciate anyone that's commented. I appreciate anyone that's shared. It means a lot. I really like being able to make these videos and talk about little niche topics. I've said pretty consistently that my goal's been a monthly upload, and it didn't work out like that because some shit happened in my personal life, along with starting a new job. But I'm back into a groove now where I think I can consistently, after this, put out a video each month. So obviously this would be like the August video, there will be a September video, there will be an October video, and I'm hoping to maybe turn out maybe like a long one and then a short one sometimes and like one big long one here. There's some things I want to talk about. I have like the next 3 or 4 videos that I want to do lined up, so maybe we can do more than one in a month, but we'll have to see. If you want to follow me on something, I use Twitter more than anything else. Follow me on Twitter, I'll put my @. I guess something else I wanted to address real quick is Max Landis, since I've recorded my a portion of the video, the first part of the video where I'm talking about it after I've already watched it. After I recorded that, Max Landis posted a little thing about like how like this isn't a step down in his career or anything, and he doesn't get how people are saying that of him because he's been doing this forever. And I just want to make it real clear, Max Landis, if you're watching, it's not because you're still making little DC fan films or whatever that you've always done. It's that that's the only thing you can do now because no one wants to work with you because you're a sex pest. So unless they're like just desperate to be in Hollywood or are, you know, personally friends of someone in your family that, you know, we're not making fun of you for making a fan film. We're making fun of you for only being able to make a fan film. I just wanted to make that clear, Max Landis, in case you're watching this.